Technology plays a big part in our everyday life, but today I want to have a look at the part it can play in our hobby. I want to have a look at a couple of list builders, online tools that allow you to assemble forces lists for Flames of War, and I also want to look at the Battlefront official digital app, which allows you to buy and look through digital resources like the Forces books.
So this is Forces of War. It's the official company list builder for Flames of War. As far as I understand, it was developed from something that was originally a third-party project called Easy Army, but now it's the official Flames of War Forces builder. So if we have a look at it here, you need to make an account and log in. You can make yourself a free account and log in. You'll notice that the menu items here, you can choose to make a new company, you can save companies, there are even scenarios for you to have a look at, there's some help. This is a link out to the Flames of War store so that you can buy stuff to go with your list. Okay, so here's some of the books that are available on the front page here, just as quick links. But if you want to make yourself a list, there's some quick filters here. So I'm going to choose to make a late war list, a late war British list. So just make a selection there. And it's brought up this list of available companies. Now you'll notice there's a whole bunch of them here are locked. There's a few of them that are open. The other ones you can look at them, but if you wanted to make a list, you'd have to actually buy that particular list. So you can look here at the company diagram, but if you went to click on any of these options, you'd get the option to buy the list. So let's have a look at making one. So if I go into an armored squadron, so here we are. This is the familiar company diagram that you will have seen before. So it is an armored squadron. It lists the training and the morale for the particular unit and the fact that it's for the late war. Okay, and what we do is it works the same way as your other lists. The black ones here are your compulsory units, and the grey ones, you can select one from each of these grey boxes to make up your list, and it totals up the points for you here. So you can give it a custom name. So I can click custom name there. So I've called this one Fog of War Example. Okay, and to start choosing units, you can just click the tab here and it shows you the platoon diagram. So this shows me my platoon here with my company command Sherman, 2 IC Sherman, and the possibility of adding 2 other Sherman 5s. So I'm just going to add the standard 2 Shermans for my headquarters here. And notice it gives you options. So I'm actually going to arm one of them with a 50 cal machine gun for 5 points. Okay, so I can calculate the points for that. So that's my 135 points for my 2 Shermans and the 5 points for a 50 cal, 140 points. So at the moment my company total is 140. So to go back to the company, I can choose return to the company, no save. Or I'm going to choose to return to the company and save, and that's now added that headquarters to my unit. So now I can go through and choose my other units here. As I'm working through them, I can calculate the points total, so it's another 280 points here for this armoured platoon with 3 Sherman 5s and a Firefly 5C. That brings my company total to 420. Now you'll notice that these also include the arsenal entries. So if you have a look down here, here are all the stats for the Firefly 5C, 5C with a 50 cal machine gun, Sherman 5 with 50 cal machine gun, and vehicle MGs, 50 cal vehicle MGs. All the stats are here. So I'm going to save that one as well. So you can see we've got plenty of options here. In weapons platoons, I've got a recce patrol, or I could add some Bren carriers as a scout platoon, some rifle platoon or mortar platoon infantry, armoured cars, parachute infantry, artillery here, self-propelled anti-tank artillery, field batteries, and air support. So you can go through any and all of these, click through, add them to your force, and save that. So let's view this. So once you've made your choices and you're happy with your unit, you can view your company. So here's my confident trained fog of war example armoured squadron. So you'll notice it's got an armoured squadron HQ, an armoured platoon, and some air support, and all the arsenal items are here. Now you do have some options. Now that's going to be saved for you, but as you go through here you can add a pick list. So if I select that option, it's actually added a pick list to the bottom here, showing me what items I need to actually add to this list. So a Firefly, 4 Shermans, a Sherman 5 with 50 cal. Or if I want to reduce the ink, if I select that option, there's a much more print-friendly version there. Or I can add the background in, so I can print it with a background. So all of these options are available to organize how to print your lists the way you like them. And you can export it as a PDF or go straight to print. If we go to saved companies, these are the ones I've been working on before, and this is the 640 point armoured squadron that we've just built. So that's a bit of a look at Forces of War and how that works. So this is the free alternative to Forces of War. This is FOW Lists on Blogspot. Now this is a non-official list builder for Flames of War, and if you have a look at the front page, the author is busy saying that he will no longer be updating that, given that there is an approved official army list builder. So this is still a very useful tool. It's not complete, and some people have said there are some errors in it, but it is still a useful alternative and it's worth having a look at. So if you have a look, this is the home page for it. You can either choose to look by books, so there's a menu here on the side that mentions all the books that have been sorted out, or you can go by nationality. So again, if I choose British here, this will take me to a list of all the different lists from the different Flames of War books. So for example, let's have a look at another British armoured list from Normandy. This one's from Fortress Europe. So the same sort of thing, not as graphically pretty, but again it has all the options here. So these are all pull down menus that allow you to make your selections. So here there's the headquarters selection with the compulsory armoured squadron, that's already there. Down in the combat units, there are compulsory armoured platoons here, and then your optional armoured platoons as well. So I can add a command Sherman and 2 Shermans there, and a Firefly. So you see it's adding the points up here, and I'll give one of them a 50 caliber machine gun. So there's 285 points added for that particular unit. So again, you get a chance to go through here and add the units that you want to make up your force. And down here under weapons, we've got the Recce Patrol, which we could add in. So I'll put in some Stuarts there for a Recce Patrol. Under brigade support, we've got a scout platoon with options there. Again, a motor platoon or a rifle platoon. So we can add some infantry into this. Here's some already. So this is, infantry in M5 half-tracks. Armoured car platoon, anti-tank platoon, Royal Engineers, field battery, Royal Artillery, light anti-aircraft, air support, even the option for an air observation post. Same thing, as you scroll down, you get the arsenal entries for all the particular units. So these are listing all the units that are available here in this particular list. But as we could in Forces of War, you can also have a look at your force as it can be printed out. So again, I've chosen that option here. This shows me that it's a British Armoured Tank Company from that particular book. Goes through the different units that we've added into it, and the arsenal entries for all the selections. So again, this is just the arsenal entries for the things that we've added into our selection here. So again, it's not complete, but it is free and it's available and would be worth having a look at. So we've looked at list builders, but there are other digital resources available for Flames of War, and one of those is the Flames of War digital app. So this app allows you to buy all the different forces books and read through them. So you can see here there's a bunch of featured books on the home page, and you can flip through those and look at the different books, and you can even buy individual lists from within those books. This has become my go-to for the Flames of War rules because it's a very efficient and effective way of reading the Flames of War rulebook. So you'll notice when you go into the rulebook, you get an index that you can go through, and you can work your way through the rules, and anything you want to look at, hit that in the index, and it takes you through to that particular section of the rules. You can look your way through and find out whatever it is you'd like to know. So I've also got the Nachtjager book and a couple of digital exclusive US parachute rifle companies and glider rifle companies, plus a few from Bulge there. And there's a couple of the Art of War available there as well. So this is just my collection. If I bought more stuff, there would be more things available. If you want to have a look at the content, you can browse your way through here. So here it's showing us all the different contents available. Early war, mid-war, this is showing us the late war here, other eras, and the reference section. And again, if you want to choose, for example, Holland, it will show you Market Garden and Bridge by Bridge. Late war France is Atlantic Wall and Overlord. So you can search your way through here and buy those books and get access to the lists that are within them. So again, the app itself is free, and there are some free resources on here, but otherwise you're looking to purchase digital copies of the books. Possibly not the best option if you already own the books, but as a digital option, certainly I'm really enjoying having the rules book here, and it makes looking up rules quick and easy. And also, unlike the rulebook that came with my Open Fire box set, it doesn't fall apart. So this is a good resource and worth having a bit of a look at.
So that was a look at some of the digital resources available for Flames of War. Battlefront's Forces of War is a mature and graphically impressive product, and it's a great way to build your lists. FOW Lists is also a good product and worth a bit of a look. And the Flames of War digital app is a good way to look at your forces books, and I particularly like it for the rulebook. So if you haven't looked at these resources, give them a bit of a go and see if some of them might suit you.